Everyone, I wanted to record a quick video to show how straightforward and easy and fast it is to set up HomeRunner on a new WordPress website with pretty much no requirements. So just jumping right in, here I have a completely blank WordPress website with nothing on it. And the only thing we need is a couple of API keys out of the PMS. In this case, I'll be setting up a guestie account from our production account that we have for our company. And here's a quick documentation article on what's needed to connect the guestie account. Just a couple of sets of API keys for the Open API and for the Booking Engine API. Once we have those in place, we set up a connection. Here is a quick glimpse into the upcoming dashboard that our customers will be able to use to create new connections. And this is where the credentials would be added to set up a new connection. And with that, customers get an API key. So jumping right in here, I will grab the download file for the HomeRunner plugin, which is how HomeRunner delivers functionality into the WordPress website. Then this is the backend of the blank brand new WordPress website, and I will just go ahead and add, and I'll just quickly show how there's really nothing at all configured in this. Add plugin, upload, and grab this HomeRunner WordPress plugin, the latest version. That comes in pretty quickly. All right, here we are. Activate plugin. Once we activate the plugin, you will see a couple of quick changes here. We have the properties as a custom post type registered, same for reviews, and the HomeRunner settings along the side menu and at the top bar. Next up, what we'll need is an API key. I'm just grabbing it off screen here, going into HomeRunner settings, and the initial setup is right there. We have the endpoint, API key comes in, then we have a selection. We pick the connection that has been configured, save settings. Next up, register webhooks. This allows the WordPress website to maintain a connection with our central server and always pull in the latest information. And the initial sync, something that really all needs to be done once, where all of the properties, details of the properties, etc., get pulled into the website and stored largely in the properties custom post type. I think this connection has about 8 properties, so this will go very quickly. As you can see, it's just about finished. Great. At this point, HomeRunner is set up and ready to go. All of the data is in the properties custom post types. Here are all the properties with the, well, with everything really. Then what we need, because this is a brand new website that actually has a blog, as a homepage, so we'll quickly change that by creating a new page, say homepage. All right, that works. Home, publish. Then we just need to go to settings, reading, and set the home page to a static page. Home. That's set. Now we can refresh the home page of the website, and here is our kind of a hey homepage. We'll edit the page and add a shortcode. There it is. And I'll just add it right at the top of the page. So the way HomeRunner works is it comes in through shortcodes. The default shortcode for HomeRunner Explorer is HomeRunner-X HomeRunner-Explorer. And that in itself will immediately bring in pretty much the entire interface. So if I were to refresh the homepage of the website, then really poorly formatted, but the entire HomeRunner is already right there with the filters, the properties, and the map. Now, there's a few things that we should do in order to improve how things work. First, on the homepage, typically we may want to only display the search bar. So for that, we will just go back to the editing screen and specify map equals 0. grid equals 0. This leaves the filters only. A quick save here and refresh here. So we're moved the map and the grid away, and now we are left with all of the default fields. A few more things we can do here is leave this filters window, not yet fully configured, but get rid of these two buttons, for instance. And we do that with some additional shortcodes. And I will quickly load the documentation for Explore shortcodes and just grab, let's see, we want the hide filters button. So let's bring that here. Hide filters button equals 1. And just to confirm, this button should be gone. Very good. And now just to start over, hide start over, removing that as well. Equals 1. Save, refresh the home page, and that looks good. A few other things we can do here. A lot of the customization is done just by doing inspect on the page, which is really straightforward, and adjusting some custom CSS. But we're not going to get too far into it. A few things that we want to configure are where is the page where the search results are going, and prepare that page. Then also configure number of columns and how many properties show up per page. The default is 4, which is definitely lower than what we want. We want to expand that. So I'm going to go into the HomeRunner settings and just run through a few high-level settings. Let's remove the property archive slug. This will allow us to just create a regular page for the search results page for properties. Let's set the default calendar days and booking window to 365. Property is good for slug. Map will be using leaflet, but of course Google Maps is available with the API key. Explore, a couple of things will change here. In grid, let's adjust the number per page to something like 48. Honestly, we are running 200 or more properties on a single page with no real issues. So anything up to 200, 250 even would work well just loading on a single page. So I'm putting 56 just to increase the number. And I'll hit save settings on this and create a page, because we do need a page for the where the search results are going. In this case, it will be properties. I'm going to create a page called properties. And let's keep it blank. Properties, and that will keep the slug for the page just /properties, and that's good. And on this page, the only thing we need is the HomeRunner Explorer shortcode. Shortcode with really no parameters needed. HomeRunner Explorer. This will be the search bar, the grid, and the map, which is what we would want on a search results page. So that's created, and at this point we can just confidently go ahead and do blank search and be taken to this HomeRunner page. And this is where all of the 8 properties are already populated. Now, we haven't been intentional with the layout of the page. This is a blocks editor. We may want to look at the page template. We also are kind of double dipping on the filters button. So we can either have one or the other. Doesn't make sense to have both. But everything is immediately, we're just a few minutes into the video, everything is already working. And beyond that, each of the properties already links to a property page. Now, I haven't created a lot of images for these properties as a placeholder properties. Maybe if I go back and pick something else, here there's some more images. And this is a default property details template that we ship with that doesn't require any additional work and just immediately is fully functional. With the booking widget ready to go, all of the details about the quote coming right through, reviews were available, and going right into the checkout page, which could be configured for the page width, etc., but immediately out of the box is already working and ready to book with, let's see, if I have guest to pay configured. I'm not sure if the payment details will be coming through. They are. So in this case, we're using guest to pay, and API just pulls in tokenized payment fields directly for fully seamless integrated on-site checkout. So as it were, HomeRunner at this point is already installed and configured. And then just a few more things that I may want to do as far as styling goes, and that could be done through, for example, a customizer using additional CSS. Let's keep things simple. Customizing is something that could be done at the later stages. At this point, HomeRunner is already on the website, already connected to the central server and serving live data, and ready to present the entire booking flow to your guests with all the properties out of your PMS. Thank you, and of course, reach out with any questions.